Yo, it's Fredo Saga. Live your own truth to create your own saga, man. Look, starting off to the video, right? You need to kill the negative emotion of you. The negative side of you, man. The lowest side of you that's trying to bring it to existence. You know, when you think negatively, right? You know what that is, right? You know why the world has projected into us to think lowly of ourselves? It's because we are much more powerful than what we imagine to be, right? We're something that is connected through this whole world, this whole universe, or such a higher power. And whatever we do is done because of intentions and because of how powerful we really are. We're able to control our thoughts. We're able to control our imagination. We're able to connect with our own minds and ideas and actually make something out of that in our physical reality. So I want to make sure that this whole video, I want you to just don't even care about the negative side of you no more. Don't even listen to it no more. Ignore it. Ignore it as if it was to be like a mosquito. You know those mosquitoes that just be flying around you? Just ignore it or just like put it away. Making sure that it doesn't like give you attention into your own mind, or don't purely be aware of it. Because at the end of the day, right, there's always going to be two versions of yourself. Either there's going to be a negative side of you or there's going to be a positive side of you. And we pretty much know which side we're going to be much more contributed into, right? Obviously, you're watching the video and you're having problems to not listening to the negative because negativity comes into a concept of fear and not having a belief and not having enough faith and not having enough self-trust, right? So most of these things come from our past projectives because a lot of our past environments, a lot of our past friendships, a lot of our past family members have projected this negative symptoms into us, and now we live them through our lives, like each of our daily lives, and to everything that we do as if it was to be natural. Why should it be natural for us to be doing something and automatically we're so negative against it, right? We're thinking 99 of chances of us failing. We're thinking of 99 words of something that's contributing to being negative. It doesn't make sense. And I say this because I haven't been negative into anything that I have been doing for the past time that I've been contributing to my own reality and just controlling it, right? Because you are the controller of your own mind. But also, just because you have negative thoughts does not mean that you're gonna be a failure. Everybody has negative thoughts. I have negative thoughts, right? But the difference is that it doesn't contribute to who I am because it doesn't align with my own purpose. Your own negative thoughts does not align you with your own purpose. Unless you want to fail, unless you want to be seen as a person who is negatively a unsuccessful or just wants to be seen as a victim, go ahead. That's your life. You can do whatever you want, right? But if you're stuck within this mindset of like thinking that negativity is gonna affect you, or just because you have negative thoughts and you haven't moved on onto positive thoughts, you're not gonna be successful, get out of that mindset, right? Because at the end of the day, you're still gonna have negative minds. 99% of our thoughts are based on negative, and it's because of the way we were born and the way we were taught. But some of it needs to be changed on subconsciously. So I don't want you to just manifest on yourself just because you think of a negative thought, you're not successful. It doesn't make sense. Why will you be not successful if you think of a negative thought, right? That doesn't comply in who you are. Your own thoughts doesn't make anything. It's based on your convictions and your beliefs. I am convinced I am successful because I'm achieving everything, right? I believe that I am a good person because I am a good person, right? But at the end of the day, if I have a thought of because I was a bad person, I wouldn't think to myself that I'm a bad person now just because I had that thought. No, it doesn't make sense. So they'll contribute your thoughts and the confusion where you're trying to manifest something and then you let your thoughts get over you and then you follow your thoughts, right? Your thoughts do not control you, you control your thoughts, right? And following that method of just kind of evading your own negative thoughts, you need to realize what needs to be put in attention into or what shouldn't be prioritized, right? If you prioritize on the positive thinking, your beliefs, your convictions, and your energy will be protected. You need to protect yourself. When it comes into your own mind, it's always going to be an offensive and defensive line. But it's not you fighting yourself. It's not you in competition. No, I don't want you to see life like that, because life is not competition. You are life. You are everything. Why would life be such a battle? Why would life be a war? It's like you being a warrior every day. It wouldn't make sense. What I mean by offensively and defensively is that if you put your focus into the negative, what will come into you? Negativity, right? But if you ignore it, what will come to you? Nothing. Nothing will come to you. If you don't think about the negative, nothing will come into you, and now you wouldn't have to complicate yourself on betting yourself as, oh, I need to think positive now. Oh, no, why am I thinking negative? Why is this getting into me, right? It wouldn't make sense. And it doesn't make sense when people go through this, because they end up losing their own minds. They end up being overwhelmed, and now their emotions charge has been something that's much more lower. So they're mad, they're stressed, they're worried, they're overthinking, they're overflowing with all this like overwhelming emotions that are going against them. And that's what creates their own reality. Whatever you feel is simply a reflection of what the world is going to give you back. And that is exactly why you shouldn't be paying attention into your own thoughts, because you are not your thoughts. You are yourself. You are everything. You are everything. So if you were to be everything, what is negative to you? You know what I mean? You're supposed to be looking at negative as something that doesn't even exist. Something that shouldn't even be affecting you, because it is not. It is not, right? And exactly on these prompts, your mechanical prompts, right, is mostly being affected by fear. And let me tell you, fear has been something adjusted into the world. There's no such thing as fear. What do you think all these things around us has been existing? Right? This PC behind me, this whiteboard behind me, this Gengar toy, right, from Pokemon. What do you think they exist? If we were living, if fear was existing, then why would these things be existing? You know what I mean? So have the mindset that fear does not contribute into your own success and to who you are, because it doesn't exist. And following that definition of that negative word, follow that concept into every negative thought that you have. Say no, that is not me. I am not my thoughts. I am myself, and no matter what, I will protect myself, right? And I want you to protect yourself, because right now we're like in an era where it's much more spiritual, right? It's much more spiritual. We're trying to focus on ourselves. We're trying to focus on everything, right? But just because you are now a person who is focusing on his own mind does not mean you have to change. You're good who you are, bro. You don't have to become this person who needs to read books a dozen times. You do not need to become a person who meditates, who writes himself self-affirmations, who starts journalism. No, you can just be yourself, bro. You can just be yourself. The whole video is just me letting y'all know to not focus on the negative and making the negative seem like it doesn't exist. Like, ignore it. Ignore it, bro. Do not put attention into it, because if you put attention to it, what's going to come into your life? What's going to come into your life? And you already know what's going to come to your life, right? So why would you want the negative to come into you, right? It's like accepting your own destiny, right? And once you, like, the reason why I'm saying this is because once you put attention into the negative, you will realize how many negative things are happening to you, bro. You will realize how many everything is connected into that freaking word, bro, negative. And everything that you see, everything that you experience will try to make you mad, will try to make you sad. Depending on how you feel, it will just involve more and more and more and more attraction towards that, and it will increase it. It will make the emotion much more powerful, so you can become this person who is indwell in that emotion. The world is all about frequency, bro. So however you feel, like whatever your emotion is specifically, the world will give you that no matter what. And it will not fail you, bro. It will test you. It will test you, and it will succeed on you, bro. You cannot test, or you cannot never hustle the universe. It will come to you, bro. It will come to you in a sense where you're not going to be self-aware of it. And naturally, it's just going to be like a thing where, wow, like, I really just got mad at this thing, bro. Wow, like yesterday, I was really sad. Why? I was sad the whole day. Now I feel better, you know? You're not gonna realize why you were sad, bro, because it's gonna seem so natural. It's gonna seem so normal. And that's why a lot of people do not tend to change on who they are because they're not simply aware of that they think about the negative emotions that corrupt them in their own reality. I'm gonna say corrupt because it is corruption, right? So man, yeah, centralize your energy into the positive and do not centralize your energy to the negative, man. But yeah, it's been Fredo Saga. Leave it up to that. Y'all go check out my socials in the link in bio. And yeah, man, live your own truth, create your own saga. It's been Fredo Saga.